Look, probably not, to be honest. I wished and dreamed that I could play senior football, but there were a lot of doubters of me, and I probably doubted myself a little bit too. When you come into an AFL environment, and certainly for me, my first year I was a long way off. Had to improve and get better, very quickly, and due to a lot of hard work, I've been able to get senior football and then continue to play. So it's nice to get life membership and reflect a little bit.
Was there a moment when you felt like you belonged?
It probably took a couple of seasons. The first 2 years were real developing years for me, and it was built off the back of strong pre-seasons and working hard and really not missing a session. I don't think I missed a training session or a game for probably 5 years that I was here. So, but in terms of when I felt comfortable, not comfortable, but that I felt I could play at senior level, I think it was a pre-season game against the Western Bulldogs, and Ruzi sent me a task of playing on Jason Ackermanis, and whilst it was only a pre-season game, it was a huge step up and a test for me, and Acker might have just been running around having a bit of fun, but it certainly gave me a bit of confidence that I could play at that level, and that year I ended up playing all the games as a tagger, so that was probably where it all started. He was actually quite friendly. He was calling me to the bench with him and calling me to come on with him. So, but he did. He shook my hand and said good luck for the year after that. So I thought that was good coming from Acker. My background in AFL football wasn't big. I had to learn the game and the patterns of the game, and I think tagging sort of allowed me to do that. Defensively and tackling, and I was a very competitive kid, so that sort of went hand in hand. So I think Ruzi thought if he could put me on a player and try and negate them with my competitive attitude, I'd be able to pick up some things along the way and learn that offensive side and where players go to get the football. Look, I think it's just probably evolved, really. I mean, I was coming back from an injury, and we thought we'd use myself and Jared in the forward line and almost light up our forward line in a way. And I mean, credit to our midfielders and Ben McGlynn and Luke Parker, that they've really stepped up and allowed us to do that. But it's been a bit of an evolution in our game, I think, and having good ball users and good players across that half forward line who are quick and make smart decisions. It makes it pretty tough for opposition sides to deal with. It's so important in the modern game now to have 10, 11 guys who can go through the midfield, and I think the strength of our midfield group, when one comes off, one comes on, that it doesn't drop, that you almost hand the baton over and continue to go to work on opposition teams. So that's been a strength, and as you said, guys like Luke and Craig Bird, I think, stepped up immensely this year, and we've been able to throw some younger guys in, Harry Cunningham and Jake Lloyd, and it adds to that mix. And so I think opposition teams, you're not sort of looking at 1, 2, 3 players, you're looking at 8, 9, 10, which makes it hard. Yeah, absolutely. That's the drive. Getting the group going and going again, so we can achieve that ultimate team success. That's what you play for. You don't play for the individual honours. It's that team success and that feeling. 5 or 10 minutes after the grand final, that's what you want. Yeah, it's a big game. Yeah, every game's important, but teams, when you come up against games and teams that are thereabouts you on the ladder, it's vitally important. I think Port, they're 2 games clear. They've been the benchmark. They've been outstanding in a lot of areas. We just went through a lot of their stats, and they're clearly number one in a lot of areas. So we'll need to be on. We want a big crowd out here, and we'll hope to take it to them. Yeah, well, we're sitting third, and they're sitting first. So I think it's fair to say they're the best team in the comp, but it's nice for him to try and deflect that. Their development over the last 2 years has been incredible. The coaching staff have really got them going, and their players have really bought in. So they're playing a tough brand. They're playing, they're hard. They play 2 ways. As I said, they're setting the benchmark in a lot of areas. So it'll be a great test for us.